Welcome to Almel Learning. So today, what is this thing that we're going to see is we're going to see one of the premium functions, which is called sort and filter function, which is an exclusive function which is used in Google Sheets. Right, so we want to work on that. Of course, there is a lot of understanding or certain procedures that we're going to see. We're going to, of course, see a lot of series on G Suite, especially on different kinds of products which is used. And I'm going to tell you one by one. So, like we have Google Sheets, we have Google Drive, we have Gmail, we have Google Slides, we have Google Docs, Calendar, Google Meet. There are a lot of it is a kind of a big gamut about Google products. So today, what is a thing that we're going to see is we're going to see one of the very exclusive function which is only available on Google Sheet, which is called sort and filter option. I think many people can ask me that sort and filter is already there in Excel file. Yes, of course, it is there. It is also a tool which is probably available in the filter option that you can find here. You have a sort and filter option. Yes, you can do that as well. But but instead of that, can I have a formula? Can I have a formula which I can use sort and filter where I can consolidate the data which is there? So now the sheet before you is having a sheet which is actually integrated with Google Forms. So we can actually integrate Google Forms and Google Sheets as well. So that is what you're seeing here. So once the Google Form is integrated with Google Sheets, you have a data like this where it is given here. Different kinds of data are there, and you have different students' name and what are the responses that has been given. But the problem with this here is the data which is here. It is actually horizontally available, which is horizontal format, but I want the data to be in a vertical format, right? How can I do that? So that is something that we want to see today, right? So which I want a data which can be accessed in a very easy way, in a very easy format. And how can I do that is what we want to see. Of course, there is a lot of sequence that is being arranged here, and there is a lot of methods that you need to understand before going into that. The first condition that you need to have is you need to ensure that your Google form is integrated with Google Sheets, and whatever data which is being updated in the Google form is being captured here as well. And next, once it is done, you just need to arrange the data, whether you need to find out whether the sequence of the data is perfect. So that is something that you need to have. And then I have opened another sheet here where I'm going to see view by a single student. Right? View by a single student is what I'm going to see here. Now let us start some four basic procedure. It is divided into four different parts. Listen to each and every part carefully so that you will be able to implement this in real time. Right? So that is something that you can have. So the first thing what you need to do is here there is a list of students. Right here there is a list of students, but I need to have this list of students copied here, right? But I don't want the data to be like this, but instead of that, I want the data to be sorted, probably in an alphabetical order. So the first thing that you need to do is you want to apply this sort formula. You want to apply this sort formula, which is equal to sort, open bracket, just go to the particular sheet and type the names. Right? So you just select whatever names you wanted and give close the bracket and enter. Right? So let me repeat this again. Equal to sort, open bracket, open this, click the particular cell, and select this, close the bracket. So automatically whatever data has been whatever data has been there, it will be automatically sorted. And another thing is that if you want to expand the selection, you can still go for expansion of that also. No worries, you can still do that as well. Right. So this is the first step. The first step is I have applied the sort option where I have sorted all my students' name. And the second option that we're going to work is we are going to understand. Right. So the next what we want to understand is we are going to create a drop down list by this list names. We want to do that. So how to create a drop down? How to create a drop down in Google Sheets or maybe Excel also? This is the same format. So you have to go to data tab, right? And then be an option called data validation. Go to data tab. There'll be an option called data validation. Click the data validation. Once you click the data validation, it will ask you from list from a range. It will ask you from where, from which range I can create the list. So you need to go here, select the data range, just click whatever data that you have and just give OK, right? and it'll ask you all this. These options you don't need to worry about. You just need to show drop down list in the cell. Yes, you need to show that, because then only it will show that there is a display being applied. You can just work on that as well. So this is something that you need to do and give a save. Right? Give a save. Right? So this is something that you have. So once it is done, so what you have is you have a drop down list which is created. Okay. So this is the second step. The first step is you have applied the sort, and the second step is you have applied a drop down where you have created the names. Okay. Next thing is I need to have all this list of questions, whatever list is there. So this is the question. Right? So this is the question tab. So I need to have all these headers in a vertical format here. A vertical format here. So what is the idea behind that is whenever I select each and every employee, each and every student here, automatically I want the answers to be customized according to the student selection I have made. According to student selection I have made. So that is a scenario that we are going to create here, and that is what we are trying. So we almost done 50%. Next thing is, let us understand how we can actually copy a horizontal data into a vertical format. How can we do that? The first thing is you just have to copy this, Control plus C, just copy this data, and once you're done this, when you're giving it, just right click, and you have an option called paste special. Just go to the paste special. You have an option called paste transposed. Paste transposed. This is again one of the very powerful tool in Google Sheets and Excel also, which is the paste special options. So what is transpose basically is, if you have a horizontal data, it will paste vertically, and if you have a vertical data, it pastes horizontally. So it is a vice versa tool. So this is a very time saver tool, because every time when I have a horizontal data or vertical data, I cannot be copying single cell one by one. I don't need to paste it. At a shot, I can probably copy my data and just give paste transport. My data comes here. Right? So if you can see here, the data here is horizontal, but when I paste it here, the data here becomes vertical. Right? The data becomes vertical. Okay, so we have done with the 3 steps majorly. Right? So list of students has been created, it has been sorted out, and next you have a student which is drop down list has been created, and next I have paste transport. Now next comes to the formula. Now what is the formula is? It is equal to transpose. Right? You can just tab it, you just get it. Filter, open bracket. Let's go to this. Okay, give an hyphen, give L. So you just need the entire data. So if you want, you can put it in capital letters also, no worries. And the second thing is, so you are selecting the entire table. The entire data table has been selected to get the all the data. And the second thing is option is, the second filter is being applied to understand what is the data string, or what is the common data which is available in both the things. Now if you talk about the common data which is available in both the data points, basically is, it is the student name. So student name will be the parameter where the sheet will consolidate the data accordingly, right? So what you need to do that is, you need to select the student name, right? You need to select the student name hyphen B, and then what is the idea is, you just need to give equal to the student name. Equal to student name, you just have to close bracket. So now if you select the student, automatically your data is being applied. So every time I change the student, I'll be able to get the data out. So it automatically changes. So if you want, you can go and verify here also. So if I have Alex, yes, I have changed. Yes, I have. Okay, so let me change another name. If I have another name which is being selected, yes, I still do that also. So that's how it works. Right? That is how it works. Right? So automatically, whenever I'm applying a drop down, as per the selection, the data keeps changing here. The data is automatically changed here. Right? So this is what is the idea behind it. Right? This is how this logic works. Right? So let me repeat this formula again for you, which is equal to transpose. Right? Open bracket, filter, and then you actually open the bracket again, and then you select whatever data point that you like, and every data, all the data, the entire data has to be done. Give a copy again, and give the what is the data point, what is the common data point that you would like to keep in across. So that is something that you need to have, and give an hyphen b because that column is particularly selected, and go back and just say what is the data point that you have. So what is the data point that you have? Something that you need to select equal to, right? Open and close. So this is like a criteria. So this the first half is the entire data table. So because you need the entire data to be to be updated based on your selection. So that is the first half. The second half of the data will be more of what is the common data string that you would like to do in across. Right? So that is something that you have. So it is bifurcated into two halves. Bifurcated into two halves. Just B2 hyphen B into B2 and give an enter. So automatically the data keeps updating here. So this is one of the very valuable tool in Excel file, which is sort and filter option, which is exclusively available in Google Sheets only because it is a customized tool based on that. And what are the advantages of using this tool if you talk about? Now here if I have, so instead of like I have to copy paste every single data, if I wanted like this in a vertical format, I have to copy every single data in a kind of transpose. I have to copy it, paste special transpose, I have to send it. But now I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. So once I have applied the formula, every time I wanted a different kind of, even like 1,000 students also, at one shot I'll be able to see the data in vertical format. And I can copy this and send it, or maybe I can consolidate this in a report, or if I want a sudden mailer to be sent across, I can still work on this, right? So this is the largest advantage of using this sort and filter option, right? So hope you like this video, and stay tuned for the coming videos on the other G Suite and other techniques.